Alright, in today's video we're going over the core trading skill of rules. Now this sounds like a very silly skill to learn, but there is not a single trader that I have studied that has had huge returns that did not get very good at making their own rules and sticking to them. So we're going to talk about that today. Let's get right into it. So if we want maximum returns, we're going to have to be able to learn from every single mistake we make. Because in this game of trading, every percentage point is very crucial. If we can even get 1% better every year, it's going to compound very quickly, so we have to be able to continuously be learning. And if we master this skill of rules, we can be able to create rules that help us stay consistent and to avoid mistakes. So let's go ahead and get into how do we train this skill. So number one, we have to keep track of everything we do. This allows us to go back and to review our mistakes and also to look at the things we did right so we can do more of the good stuff and less of the bad stuff. Now obviously you want to track all the trades you make, but this also applies to emotions too. So how did you feel when you made the mistake so that we can avoid feeling that and avoid further mistakes in the future? Two is to review every single mistake. As you study your mistakes, you realize that a lot of them stem from the same bad habits. So it's very important to review every single one to really get to the core of why you did that. Three is creating rules to help us avoid future mistakes. So this skill is obviously very specific to each person, so you're going to have to really dig deep into your own trading, but here's some examples from mine that I'll share with y'all. First is the 10/20 rule. So when it's in a bear market like we are right now, I sometimes end up trading bad setups that I just never would trade during a good market, but I end up just getting very impatient. So I like to follow the 10/20 rule. So basically the 10-day is over the 20-day on the NASDAQ. That is the only time when I'm allowed to actually take trades. So this helps me to stay out of trouble. Next is I never take a trade that I have not analyzed. So I will show y'all in a future video my logbook of every setup, but I do not take a trade unless that I've gone through and analyzed every single aspect of it and know what I'm getting into. And I had to develop this rule because I was taking trades based off what other people said without doing the research beforehand, because I would just kind of FOMO into a stock even if the setup looked decent. So I had to create a rule to help me to not do that. And this is one of my favorite quotes from Livermore that applies to rules and mistakes. And he says, "It is almost as important to know what not to do as to know what should be done." So as we're learning, I know I'm going to make a ton of mistakes and you guys probably will too, but we have to be able to learn from those. I know in Jesse's book, he made a ton of mistakes that cost him millions of dollars, and this was way back in the day, so pretty much tens of millions of dollars, but he learned from every single mistake and didn't give up, and he ended up making way much more than he lost. And that is what we have to do. Let me know some of your guys' rules in the comments, and I'll see y'all next time.